Welcome to Boss Battle Show. My name is Adam Ronan. This is Timmy TJ Combo. We want to talk to you about the greatest thing we've ever seen. Fury! Crowdsourcing is a beautiful thing. And just ask David Sandberg.
Who's probably starting to acquire a little bit of wealth because
he's probably right now in his Swedish estate, just swimming through $100 bills.
What? You guys don't know who David Sandberg is?
Oh, that's silly.
Maybe you guys haven't watched the greatest crowd-funded movie of all time.
That we know of.
Good point.
This film, I'm going to call it a film, even though it's not really a movie because it only comes in at 31 minutes.
Right.
But it's by far the greatest thing I have seen in a very, very long time. And that's before December 18th drops and Star Wars comes out.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
It was all the nostalgia. Everything you loved about the 80s movies.
And the 80s
all of
tropes.
the action, the 80s cartoons like M.a.s.k. and G.I. Joe.
M.a.s.k. and G.I. Joe. And the cheesiness and the...
Silverhawks and Kung Fu and Hitler.
And the
Nobody likes Hitler.
The gratuitous 80s no-holds-barred violence.
Yep, absolutely, yep. The Mortal Kombat style violence that came with it. Yeah. No, I think crowdsourcing is something that allows something like this to be brought out to the public. Because Hollywood would have never touched this thing in a million years. And you were able to take your money out of your pocket and hand it to them and say, I trust you to make something great. And that is exactly what they have done.
Yep.
Over with the
Laser Unicorn.
Laser Unicorn, yes.
And they asked for $200,000 to make their film, Kung Fury. They raised over, I believe, $630,000, which is...
Went way over goal.
Way over goal, which probably allowed it to do much more than they had planned.
Right. And the advantage of that is the same thing that applies to other movies that we wanted sequels that started off with a bigger Hollywood release, like Super Troopers. Right? Super Troopers was like, we want to make a sequel. For whatever reason, funding wasn't there. They're like, let's do it on our own. They shot over their goal on day one. I mean, it took one day. They put it up, and everybody was like, here you go. Might as well just buy it now.
Absolutely. And same goes for music. I think that collectively, crowdfunding has destroyed the need for studios, film studios, record labels, everything. Because one of my favorite bands, I-Fi Dragons, they were dropped from Atlantic like a sack of bricks because they said, you don't have any hit singles on this last album, even though every fucking song was a hit single. It was great. And so they're like, all right, well, we're going to do crowdfunding. And so they did, and they put out their album. They like tripled what they asked for. They asked for like $20,000. They made like $120,000, and I donated to it. And then they released their album. They toured. They've done so many things, and without the need at all for a record label.
Without the stupid fat cats sitting behind their desk telling us what we think we want to know, and what we want to hear, and what we're gonna love. Wrong.
And now that it's like, now with Kung Fury, which a lot of people are like, okay, so it's another Kickstarter thing, but this is one of the bigger things that I've seen. Like, for instance, the Kung Fury YouTube channel, or Laser Unicorn YouTube channel, I checked it the day that Kung Fury dropped, and it was at 51,000 subscribers. Checked it today, it's over 120,000 subscribers.
Whoa.
And Kung Fury, as of this shooting, is at 11 million views. That's fucking monumental. That's like, movie studios, what? We don't need you.
Well, and that's, how many movies would you put out that don't get 11 million views in its first, couple weeks of being open?
Also, it was at Cannes. Like, it's at huge film festivals, and Kevin Smith has turned to, he did Kickstarter for Tusk, which was I'm one in the minority of thinking, but it was a great film. And so many more. So seriously encourage you to go to your crowdfunding website of choice, whether it be a Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or any one of those. Rob Zombie, for Christ's sakes, just crowdfunded his next movie, 31.
Right. And the amount it's irrelevant. This is a group effort to put it in there.
It's irrelevant how much they're asking for and how much you give, because even the smallest amount, you help fund that, and it makes you a part of something.
Right, exactly.
Whereas
it's an investment. Like you said, I really want to see this take off. I've got 25 cents to my name, and you give them that quarter, they actually do something with it. That's great. If I had a reason to do crowdfunding, I would do it. I don't.
Right. That's the thing. And I'm getting so excited thinking about it, because crowdfunding is the reason that we have hoverboards in 2015. The Hondo hoverboard, which is a real working hoverboard, because of Kickstarter, because of crowdfunding.
This is a golden age. This is the first time, since really, movies and media and ideas and invention kind of came along, that you had the opportunity to kind of pre-invest in something without, having, millions of dollars, or actually being like an investor or having an investing team. You can just be like, I love this idea. Here's $5.
Yeah.
Go make it happen.
Exactly. And like Vitruvian Hacks, something I'm really excited about that you might not know about. I will link to it. I'm a huge action figure collector, and I prefer the 4-inch figures, like the G.I. Joes from when I was a kid.
Right.
And Vitruvian Hacks they're a bunch of guys that left like toy companies and created their own company, and they're just making Vitruvian Hacks as a 4-inch figures that are interchangeables, and they're not licensed. They're just whatever. Like their one they're coming out with is Gorgons, like Medusa and warriors and stuff, and you can interchange the warrior parts and the Medusa heads.
Very
and
cool. Yeah.
It's super cool, and I'm like, yes, I want toys like that.
That's what I want to buy.
And
yes.
in fact, when you turn this off, I'm going to give those. I've been meaning to give them all the money I have.
But
so.
if you were to take that idea to a large toy company, they're like,
Well,
this doesn't have licensing behind it. Nobody wants a Medusa toy.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Except
people do want a Medusa toy.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove to you they do.
Exactly. And sometimes I like to just peruse Craigslist.
For what? I wonder.
Sometimes I like to just peruse Kickstarter and find things I've never heard of, which you totally should do, because the next best thing that you love could be right there that needs your $5.
Yeah. And you made it happen. That's the best part. You're invested in that now as well.
And the fact that we got hoverboards by 2015, that was out of everything in my life, that was the most stressed about.
You just wrote it off like it's never going to happen.
I was like,
don't worry about it.
Every year I'm like, you have 5 years left, you have 4 years left, and now it's happening. I can like die happy.
It's like,
I'll probably never have one.
Thank you, crowdfunding.
And now, if only some crazy guy could crowdfund a fucking time machine.
Well, you can hack a time machine. You just hack one in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Fine to go. Yeah.
Hacking time.
Oh no.
Just don't go back too
David
far.
Sandberg, because you don't want to, because those laser rappers.
Yeah.
Fuck! All right, guys, go check out Kickstarter. But before you go to Kickstarter, go to twitter.com and follow these Twitters. And then go back to youtube.com, press that like button, and press that subscribe button.
And then while you're there, watch Kung Fury.
Oh, yeah.
And then
go to Kung Fury.
Circle back to the Twitter. Tell us what you think. I'm curious.
Yeah, and then go to Kickstarter and then fund some projects.
Or start your own.
Yes!
Start your own.
Make that time machine, motherfucker.